In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things that you need in your small business just to be a bit more legit and a bit more professional. I'm definitely not here to say that you need to be professional in order to be a legitimate business, but there are some things that you definitely need to just have in the back end of your business to make sure that everything is going to be running smoothly and you come across in a trustworthy way to potential clients and customers. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 essentials plus 1 bonus point at the end, so keep on watching. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Anna from By Rosanna. I am a designer and online educator, and here on YouTube I share content all about business, marketing, productivity, design and all of that good stuff. So if you like that kind of content, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button while you're there. So as I say, I definitely don't think that you need to be super professional in order to run a small business. You could have a very personal, casual brand and still be hugely successful in your business. It's not about coming across in a formal or professional way. It's just having the general essential things in your business to make sure that you're running it smoothly and you're coming across as legitimate to your customers and clients. So the first essential I think you need to have is a professional email address. So what I mean by that is instead of katielovescats123@gmail.com or jack1995@hotmail.com or something like that, those are more personal email addresses that you can use for personal day-to-day stuff, usually based on something like Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook, whatever it may be. But a professional email address would be something like hello@then yourdomainname.co.uk. So for example, my professional email address is contact@byrosanna.co.uk. My domain name in that case is byrosanna.co.uk. I own that, and that also links to my website. But even if you don't have a website, you can still buy a domain name and set up a professional email address. And you can usually do this for as little as like £3 to £4 a month all in. And the difference it makes to how you come across to potential clients and customers is huge. It just shows that you're taking your business seriously and can come across more trustworthy as well. And you will notice that in this list, I am not including that you need to have a website. I know, crazy, because I am a website designer, but I don't necessarily think you need one in order to be successful. There are plenty of people who run their businesses through just LinkedIn or just Facebook pages. However you want to do it, a website is brilliant and a great way to build trust and authority to your clients. But if you don't have the budget to do that just yet, or you're just getting started, you definitely don't need it. But I would say, regardless of whether you have a website or not, a professional email address is a must. Next, you need a bookkeeping system if you are going to be taking money from customers, paying suppliers, paying for expenses in your business. You need to be keeping track of invoices, payments, receipts, all of that kind of stuff. The best way to do that is with a bookkeeping software. I personally use Quickbooks because I find it really, really easy to use. But there are other softwares as well, things like Xero, things like Sage. But I've personally found that Quickbooks is great for sole traders and limited companies as well. I'm a limited company, but I used to be a sole trader. So in the UK, we have kind of 2 different types of company setups for small businesses. It's usually either a sole trader, where you are the same kind of entity as your business, there's no kind of line between you, and a limited company, which is where you have a business set up that is completely separate to you and you're a separate individual. I'm not going to go into that too much, but even if you are set up as a sole trader, you haven't set yourself up as a limited company, you still need to be keeping good track of your receipts, invoices, and your bookkeeping. In terms of doing tax returns at the end of the year, you can do this yourself or you can hire an accountant, but either way, you're going to want to keep on top of the daily ins and outs of your business as well by using a software. So all of my bank accounts are synced up with Quickbooks, and at the end of each month I basically go through all the transactions, match up any receipts that I have with the expenses that are coming through, and match up payments from clients with invoices as well. Now, one thing that really helps with this is having a totally separate bank account set up just for your business income and expenses that is completely separate to any personal bank accounts that you have. You can do this if you're a limited company, you can do this if you're a sole trader, and I would highly recommend it because it just keeps everything separate and organized so that you can connect it all into Quickbooks and know that you're not mixing up any personal expenses in there. I personally use Starling and I love it for my business bank account. Next up is insurance for your business. Now, it really depends what kind of industry you're in and what you tend to do, but the likelihood is you are going to want to have some kind of insurance. Now, if you're someone who goes out and works hands-on with clients or customers, you're in public spaces, you're running events, something like that, you're going to want something called public liability insurance. But even if you're not doing that and you're someone like me who runs an online business where everything is literally all done at my desk, you might want to look into getting professional liability insurance as well. And this just covers things like legal fees if someone was to take me to court for some reason, copyright issues. It might also help me if I was to suddenly become very, very sick and wasn't able to work in my business. It would cover some loss of earnings. So you might want to look at some kind of insurance for your business depending on what you do. But again, it is going to be different for everyone, so you're going to need to do your own research on that. If you do have a website for your business, what a lot of people seem to not realise, or a lot of small businesses don't realise, is that there are some legal compliance things that you need on your website as well. And one of those things would be a privacy policy. And you want this to be GDPR compliant and tailored to you and your needs. So you might need to pay a professional to help you with this. There's also templates that you can buy online, or there are softwares that basically generate privacy policies for you based on information that you tell them. One of those tools is called Ubender, and I use this for my website and recommend it for my clients because you can also set up a cookie management system as well with them. And this is where you go onto a website and it says, are you happy for us to track some of your data using cookies? And you can either click yes or no, or customize your cookie preferences. This is called a cookie management solution, and it is actually something that you legally need in order to be compliant on your website. So again, you can pay for a third-party tool to help you with this. My preference is Ubender. I do have an affiliate link below in the description of this video, which should get you 10% off your first year with them if you want to sign up. And my fifth point is about your pricing. Especially for service-based business owners, it can be really confusing whether to know whether to put your prices on your website, keep them off your website. It can be really hard to know what to charge in the first place. And if you're really unsure or you're not confident in your pricing, this is also going to reflect in your clients as well. If you're not confident in it, then they're not going to be confident in it either. So in order to be that trustworthy, legitimate small business that you really want to be, then you just need to get super clear on your pricing and be open about it. Are you going to put it on your website? Are you not? Are you actually charging enough for your services? Are you actually going to make money at the end of the day? These are all questions that you really need to be clear on before you start talking to clients. And if you do need help with that, I do have a 60-minute masterclass about how to price your services. And it's basically a pre-recorded video training where I talk you through how to price your services, how to find your minimum hourly rate, how to package your pricing, whether you should do fixed price, hourly costs, value-based pricing, whether to put your pricing on your website, how to display it. All of that stuff is covered in this masterclass. And it comes with a handy pricing spreadsheet calculator to help you get to those minimum numbers as well. So I will leave a link for that in the description if you want to check that out and get super crystal clear on your pricing. And as I said, I do have a bonus point for you here, and that is to make sure that you have a process for backing up your business on a regular basis. So making sure that you have a system in place so that each month or each week, depending on how you want to do it, you have a step-by-step checklist of things that you need to back up and save to make sure that you have got extra copies of things, that you're not going to accidentally lose all of your work overnight if your laptop died, things like that. So making sure that you've got some kind of cloud storage solution or an external hard drive that you can save things to and back things up on. This is such an essential for any small business, whether you are predominantly online based or even if you're not online based. Chances are you're still going to have some kind of important files on your computer, some kind of a website that you might need to back up and keep secure as well. So you need to make sure you've got a process for that. I have spoken about this more in detail in some of my monthly checklist videos as well. So those are my 5 essentials for every small business. If you have anything else to add to the list, please leave a comment below. And thanks so much for watching. I'll be back again next week with another video.